Slam Pigs Extra NXT TakeOver post-show Chicago. Man, always I come out of these shows, guys, every week, every month or so, I should say, as feeling like a fan. These shows have been nothing but just goodness. They're refreshing, for one, to have a show to not come out bitching about, to not feeling like an over-analytical fucking curmudgeon, which may be the word or not tonight of the night, because my good pallie joined us once again for Slam Pigs Extra NXT. Welcome back, MTLBroski, at MTLBroski on Twitter. What is going on, buddy? How you been? How's everything over at first thing in the morning?
Pretty good. I didn't put out a video for like a week, and then I put out 3 in the past day. So, things are balancing out. They're doing pretty good. And I liked how you mentioned that the word of the day is curmudgeon because I'm on. I appreciate that.
Yeah, all I gotta do is call up fucking Pee Wee Herman and whenever we say the words.
I hate to break it to you though, I'm in a good mood tonight. There's no angry Eric. It's late night Eric. Late night Eric is rarely angry.
I don't think it's possible at this point, because let's be honest, before we get into anything, well, real quick, Eric, how silly of me. Go ahead. Where can everyone check you out and what you do?
You can check me out at First Thing in the Morning. That's youtube.com/First Thing in the Morning Show. I do all kinds of silly videos. Heroes of the Internet, Broski's Love Shack, where I give terrible love advice on purpose. It's a work, guys. I feel like I have to say that now every time I bring up that show, that it's not actually real. It's a work. It's a good time. And yeah, I play a bunch of video games. It's a good time. Podcasts, all good stuff. Check it out if you want to. And you can find me on Twitter at MTLBroski, where I tweet nonstop, and I'm the master of the video tweet.
Amen. And guys, it's basically a much better version of what we do to Mickey TMD. much sharper, classier, streamlined version. But guys, I do want to say personally, if you need any pro tips about how to handle a Blood's barbecue, that's your podcast. That's the one you want to check out. But yeah,
next week. I'm going to talk about some of the stories I have from that next week on the show. I wanted to do it this week, but the conversation just didn't go there. So next week I'm going to force it into the show just for you. I do have a couple really good stories. I really hope none of them listen.
Excellent. But real quick, like we said, jokingly, the word of the day is curmudgeon. Broski is not a curmudgeon, guys. He's a class guy. But the Can-Am Delights are back. And I was going to say, I don't think it's been possible to ever come away from a TakeOver show really pissed off about anything. Maybe a little agitated in a way. Some of them are booked. But I'm going to come at me, guys, before we get into any of this, Broski. I'm going to say this is one of the best TakeOver shows possibly they've ever done in the course of 3 years. Maybe the best as far as in-ring. Holy shit. Even out of the gate, when we get right into the opener here, Roddy Strong going in against Eric Young. Of course, Broski, this is in Chicago, and you knew how the crowd was going to be fired up. Extra smarky, as usual. And what can you say? Roderick Strong was one of my favorite guys in Ring of Honor for years. The only thing about Roderick Strong, obviously, is the personality. That's been probably my biggest complaint about him. I think that it is doing him well right now with the vignettes we've been seeing for his build-up, with clips of his family, and this angle is based around them getting to his family. I don't know how long you can milk that, but we'll see. He's got to find something personality-wise, honestly. Broski, what did you think of this match and in this angle in general with Roddy and Sanity?
As far as the angle goes, I can't really comment about it too much because I don't really watch NXT from week to week. But as far as the match goes, I thought it was pretty good. Roddy came out with fire, which I really liked. I felt it was a good way to get the match, everybody into the match and everybody into the show. It was a really good, I wasn't expecting too much from it, to be honest. I'm not that familiar with both guys, but I wasn't expecting too much. But damn, yeah, it was a hell of a way to kick off a great card. And just one more thing before. You mentioned that this could be one of the greatest NXT events ever. I'm going to have to agree with you on that one for the simple fact that top to bottom, there wasn't a bad match the entire night.
Nope.
And I can't really recall the last wrestling event where I watched and I was just like, I have nothing to complain about, which is just scares me because usually I can find anything to complain about. But
That's-
really tonight, nothing to complain about.
I think why, and we're both in agreement on that, because I think the best shows always have a little bit of something for everyone. Even after all the good in-ring stuff tonight, we got that. And I kind of saw it coming, but I wasn't sure. But then when it hit, that amazing swerve turn at the very end of the show.
Oh man,
And then just total cherry on the fucking cake at tonight, really. Like that
Shoot
wasn't
tears of
honestly,
joy.
dude. That was legit, not even needed, and the show would have been still like I'm gonna grade this show already. It's getting at least an A before we get there at the end of the night. It still would have been fine.
That was the plus. That was the plus at the end.
Yep. I
A
put out
plus
a
show.
tweet after the second match that we'll get to here in a bit. Like it could have just been this and the UK title match, and I would have been happy if that was a whole show. These first two matches back, but like you said, and I totally agree. I didn't expect a lot either because in ring wise, since EY has been in NXT, he hasn't really done a lot for me. But I will say he definitely turned it up tonight. Here's another thing. I've really come around on Sanity. I hated this group at first. I thought they were hokey. I thought it was crap. But these Alexander Wolf especially has seemed like a guy for me that's just running with it and running with it more and more every week. And you see Big Damo, aka Dillian Kane. You just see these guys like where fitting into the role more and more each week. They're finding it. I love the entrance with Alexander Wolf where like he puts his hand on the back of Dillian Kane like he's looking behind him. I think because we've never really seen that before, but I just like it, man. How do you feel about Sanity?
I like them. I was cold on them at first. I thought they kind of reminded me too much of Decay in TNA.
Yeah.
But as time's gone on, and everything I've seen from them since, which admitted isn't everything, but everything I have seen from them, I've always enjoyed seeing them on my screen. So yeah, I'm a pretty big fan of Sanity actually. I like it as a group. It makes me think of Gang Rules, like what 97.
Yeah. The Bariquas and DOA.
Yeah, DOA. Those are my boys, man.
Not quite on that level of shit, but it's. I think just
DOA were my boys, man.
The thing that puts it over the top is Nikki Cross having a crazy woman in that group is like, and she doesn't come off as a valet; she comes off as an equal, and I think that's what does it. It's it's unique and refreshing. But great match, and especially the finish of this match. I've seen Roddy do this in ROH and PWG before, but I've only seen him do this move like legit like 3 or 4 times. But yeah, that amazing suplex into like the backstabber finish, and he is the Messiah, the backbreaker. He's had that
Big fan.
for years, but I will say on a bigger stage, every time you will see a move you've never seen before in a Roderick Strong match, guaranteed. Some version of a backbreaker usually. But a solid match, and finally, Sanity, Eric Young, a Sanity member fucking loses on pay-per-view. God, the streak dies. Nobody's been talking about EY's streak. Christ, he beat Ty Dillinger like 3 times in a row on pay-per-view. But that was that, and we'll see where they go from here. I'm banking on them going with Roddy and Bobby Roode next. Like I think we're going to get to Drew McIntyre eventually, but I think by the end of summer, possibly like the Brooklyn show, it'll be Drew and Bobby Roode. But I don't know. We'll see. That led us next, quite honestly, and this goes without saying, the match of the year on anything WWE programming, in my opinion, so far, and that includes everything in the UK tournament, which was, whew, Christ, it is really hard to keep up with like some of these matches. I think the main reason, Broski, that I like the UK stuff they've been doing more than like I don't know, dive thing going on right now. They don't. You don't, and I think in the whole UK tournament, you see a total of maybe 3 super kicks. Honestly, that's it. And I think a lot of the moves make sense. It's a lot more of that Billy Robinson technical style, which for me, it's just nerdgasms everywhere because I appreciate that old school chain wrestling style. It's when you see British style wrestling, you truly do see the art. When guys talk about the art of working a match, it really is a beautiful thing to watch if you're a fan of pro wrestling and good in-ring competition. But yes, Pete Dunne going up against Tyler Bate, who quite possibly has the worst music in the history of professional wrestling in the last decade. I don't get that. I don't know.
I don't know yet. I don't get it either.
But as much as I like the UK stuff, my buddy Broski, you weren't a big fan at first. Now, like I said off air, and my biggest question I've been wondering, it's been killing my cat. What has it been about the UK presentation, I should say, in general, that just didn't pull you in at first?
The fans.
It's so valid.
That's it. I have to read all this like I don't know. Everybody's blowing each other with how great they are. And whenever I see that kind of behavior, whether it be in the UK, in America, in Canada, wherever it may be. I always want to go against it. So that's nothing really to do with the wrestlers.
Right.
I have nothing but respect for those guys. I know they're talented, but the more you tell me they're talented, the less I'm going to believe you, just to annoy you. Because that's the way I am. I'm a contrarian. It's okay. It's okay. But no, I have nothing against the UK talent. It's just
the singing. I think it's the singing that just pisses you off.
Yeah, it's everything around it
that's
annoying.
Like,
and look, I understand it. Look, I understand it too. I mean, I'm the biggest Kevin Owens mark in the entire world. But even I've cut back on the like. I mean, I'm always gonna like predict he's gonna win, but I've cut it back on Twitter because I don't want to be, I don't want to be one of these fans with my head up my ass. That's all I'm saying. I love them though.
It's like it's one thing, I guess, when you go to like a ball game, like a legit sporting event, and you sing a White Stripes theme song too. Like around here, it's the Baltimore Orioles. So when I go to an Orioles game, it's O's and the tune of the White Stripes song. But when you do it during the whole fucking match, saying a guy's name, the syllables don't even fit to the lyrics of the fucking song, so it comes off key. You have British accents for one. It's not working. But you're going to go into business for yourselves anyway, because that is what
for the record, I love the British accent.
Oh, I do too, but I don't want it singing during the whole match. I might as well like put the TV on mute and put on Mary fucking Poppins or something jolly. I don't know, fucking.
Plus, a small section of the UK fandom like attacked me all at once at one point, so left a bad taste in my mouth. So I'm condemning a whole group of people based on the actions of like 4 people online.
I will say
at least I'm honest about it though.
Exactly. I wouldn't have you on if you weren't. And I will take the side of like a progress fan more than a Young Bucks fan any day. Any fucking day. I do got to admit that.
I'm not gonna disagree with that.
This match.
Wait, we got Mike in the chat and he's asking, what is it with British guys not wearing knee pads? I know, right? Because they're super tough.
I have an answer for that. And welcome, Mike from Slam Picks Podcast. Like I said, if you're gonna hit me up on Twitter, hit me up, man. I'll try to get you on.
No, not that Mike. Oh. Mike from the UK, Mike Kilby.
Mike Kilby! I don't have the chat up, unfortunately. I'm not that advanced, but welcome, man.
I got you covered.
You know what? It goes, and that's shocking that Mike Kilby, of all people, wouldn't know why. It goes back to the World of Sport throwback. None of those fucking guys wore knee pads. With like maybe the Dynamite Kid, but yeah, they love their throwbacks. And when you got guys like William Regal and Fit Finlay in charge, who were kind of harbingers in that mid '80s era of, it was kind of passed from that Mr. TV and Big Daddy generation of British guys to the William Regals and the Fit Finlays, and those guys that took British wrestling to a whole new level, till it died, unfortunately, and progress, whether people want to admit it or not, is the reason that British wrestling is so popular again. They are the main promotion in my eyes and most people's eyes that brought it back into relevancy over there. But that's why they don't wear knee pads. They're not pulling a Cody Rhodes. But let's get right to this match. Holy shit. I kind of get why it went on second. In my opinion, I think if this happens again, they're going to rethink their inks and they're going to go back to the drawing board where they're going to place this match. And to the credit, as much as disdain in my fucking heart as I have for Chicago crowds, they kept up every match. They didn't come off like a dead crowd. I really seriously thought, Broski, after this match, every other match was fucked. Like, this crowd was done.
Yo, same, man. As soon as the match was over, I was like, good luck following that. Like, good luck. And every single person after did follow it. Like, it was that every match got better and better, in my opinion. Well, maybe not better and better, but you know what I mean? Like, everybody had a consistency tonight, which led to such a good show. But this match was hard hitting as fuck. And I like the way that Pete Dunne started working like the pressure points when he was like in that wrist lock.
Yeah.
I really like that slow, methodical wrestling. You don't see that too much anymore. And that was some good stuff.
Excuse me. Yeah, definitely. And I think the reaction Pete Dunne, not Billy Gunn's brother, got was not surprising to me, because he's been my guy in the whole UK thing. Just in UK wrestling in general, Pete Dunne is, like, in my eyes, maybe not height wise, but what he lacks in that, he's like a total package. If you ever heard him cut a promo, he's really good. And I really think it was a smart decision. Like I said last night on the UK post show, put the belt on him. You need like a monster heel type as the guy. The money's in the chase. Let's be honest. It's cool to get that first title ever on a babyface, because nobody's ever going to say they're the first again, like they love to say, but totally makes sense booking wise. I don't even know how to recap this match. This might be a fucking first. As much as a ham and as much as I love to fucking talk about wrestling, I can't do this match justice, guys. If none of you guys have seen this match, fuck Okada and Kenny Omega. No way. This
Hell
is a
yeah.
6-star fucking match. Go
Yeah,
out
this
of
was much
your way
better.
to see this match. It was unbelievable. And of
The
course, Pete
pacing
Dunne.
was so.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
The pacing for this match was like one of my favorite things about it. It had a kind of a slow start at the beginning, but it didn't really last that long. And also, by the way, it was Mike, your brother. I'm an idiot.
Look at you.
I'm so stupid. I'll take myself off chat duty.
Here's one thing I want to ask you about Pete Dunne. Do you think they're going to build to a either angle where he attacks him or a match with William Regal in the future? A, because he wears his colors, and like they've worked that angle.
Shit. I don't see why they couldn't do both, to be honest. I'd love to see William Regal back in the ring. That'd be cool. And I think that those two could put on a hell of a match. Nice, slow, mat wrestling-based match. Old school, baby. No knee pads anywhere in that building.
I agree.
That'd be great. That'd be great.
If you're bringing knee pads, you're not going to get booked. That's just
Stay
how it is.
home.
But yeah, I do also love Pete Dunne's finisher, the don't look down or whatever it's called. It's sick. It's something we've also never seen. It's like a abdominal stretch into a Edge's old finisher, the flatliner, Canyon's old. Yeah. 6-star match. Fuck Kenny Omega. Eric, next on the card was the ladies. The ladies triple threat. Still really a newcomer, basically. Ruby Riott, who I don't know jack shit about her past, unfortunately. I don't know if she was in Shimmer. I don't know where she came from, guys, so come at me. And
she just reminds me of the punk girls I used to see at shows, so I like her.
She looks like she works at Hot Topic, honestly.
That's true. That's true. You just ruined her for me.
Shit. Maybe she can get you a discount on a fucking Ramones shirt or something. I don't know. Yeah, with Nikki Cross. Cool. Nikki Cross, a mad woman who, I'm sure when she's dolled up is a very attractive lady, but she pulls off the crazy lady gimmick so beautifully. I love it. And the most dominant athlete in quite some time, Asuka, of course, defending her belt. Good ladies match. Nothing we haven't seen before from like a multi-woman match. And like the 4-way match with the women, I thought maybe was a little bit better, like a month takeover show or two back, if you remember what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, but overall, what did you think about this?
I'm not a huge fan of triple threat matches, but what I will say is I thought they did a really good job with especially considering what they were following. I felt that they kept the crowd into the overall event. Sometimes how crowds kind of die after a really good match, and they need that time to kind of recover. It didn't really feel like they needed that much time to recover because they were pretty hot for this match too. And I think that's a tribute to all the work that was going on inside the ring. I really liked it. I love the finish where she pinned both of them.
Oh yeah,
fuck, that was awesome. That was awesome, man. If it has vagina, she is pinning it. Asuka is pinning it. That's how it goes, man. That's how it goes. You come into NXT, you have a vagina, bam, you're getting pinned.
In more ways than one.
Another
way I like that finish, because I don't think it made anyone really look weak, because legit, all 3 women, they had some sort of a finishing maneuver done to them, or you could say they were legit knocked out. It was just kind of a coincidence that Asuka fell on them and covered them. You know what I mean? So it was smart to book it that way.
Yeah, it was great. That's what I like. I think that's what I looking back. That's what I like the most about the match is the way it ended, where you're not just getting one pinfall, she's pinning both of them.
And batten down the hatches, guys. Welcome to Slam Pigs Extra. Michael, what is going on?
Hello.
What's happening?
Hello.
Hey, Mike. Sorry I confused you with another Mike.
God help you. Don't you ever do that again.
Sorry, my brother.
This is really fucking weird to hear you via satellite, but what's going on, man? I'm guessing you catch the show tonight.
Yes, watch the whole thing.
Well, real quick, we talked about the first 2 matches. Don't gloss on it real quick, but too much. What did you think of the UK match real quick? Because that's I need to know what you thought about.
Oh, it was definitely a match of the year for me. I love the old school feel with it as well as the new school feel with a lot of the spots and stuff, but my favorite part had to be the airplane spin.
Holy shit.
Hell yeah, he went crazy towards the end of that thing.
Thing was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
You never see that anymore. That's why I like the old school feel to it. You never see a fucking airplane spin anymore.
I haven't seen that since like fucking Luthez days. Like one
I
that fast.
haven't seen that. I haven't seen that since Encino, man.
Oh shit.
Radmobile.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and Michael, we just got done talking about the ladies' match and what me and Broski think. And to credit to a lot of the talent tonight, everyone did a good job in not having to deal with like killing a crowd. Like everyone kept a good pace. They did their part. What did you think of the ladies tonight?
This was kind of a clunker for me, to be honest with you. I didn't really care for the match a whole lot. I don't know what it is. I think it might be where they're placed on the show these past couple takeovers, but their matches have really, like even the Ember Moon Asuka match didn't do much for me. So I don't know what it is. They just feel like they're falling flat for me a little bit. Plus, I thought some of the timing was off with the other two girls. But it is what it is. It's kind of hard to follow that.
I think the women's match out of every takeover they've ever done that fell the most flat was Bailey and Asuka at that Mania takeover where like the ending was kind of shitty. She used a crossface chicken wing or whatever, the Asuka lock, and the crowd was like, "What the fuck?"
Bailey's overrated.
Yeah, that's a whole other podcast. We could like
Can we
us
stop
three,
giving her a microphone?
us three
Yes.
could legit do a 3-hour marathon podcast on just the overratedness of Bailey. I'm pretty sure.
She's pedo bait, man. She's straight up pedo bait. You want to find the weirdos in your neighborhood? Look for the grown men wearing like I'm a hugger shirt. That's where your fucking weirdos are in your town, okay?
Got some popsicles in the basement.
The 40-year-old overweight man that works at Walmart in a Bailey shirt and AJ Styles glove, you might want to avoid your kids around. That's a little
Your
PSA.
kids.
If you
Yeah,
take
it's
away
somebody at the
anything
grocery
from
store.
this show tonight, keep your kids away from that fucking guy if you see him.
No lie, I did see somebody at the grocery store the other day with a Bailey shirt on.
Was it a
Did you get his
40-year-old man?
license plate number?
Sure didn't. I didn't want any parts of that guy.
Probably the best course of action.
Before you know it, he would probably be telling me to put lotion on my skin or something.
Oh, for fuck's sake. That's a bad day.
Yes.
Depends on your viewpoint. But
Ew.
after the ladies' match, like we said, Asuka got the finish, and we like the booking of it. We got a clip to your boy, Broski. Pat Patterson was in the crowd with Sami Zayn and Chris Hero, and he was hanging out. Michael, Pat
What?
made it again.
Yeah, he was sitting in between two guys just like he likes it.
Jeez. No, they were too old.
Literally, when those three came up on my screen, I had like instant memes in my head of just God, open the floodgates. Yeah, you got to see your boy also, Broski. Kevin Owens. This is like a French Canadian get together, and it's like the gathering of Juggalos, but they're all French Canadians. Now I just want to see Pat Patterson
Sit
and like
next to a
face paint.
Sit next to a random baseball player.
Thanks for lumping me together with the Juggalos.
I would never do such.
Really
that was
appreciate that.
never my intent with that. Trust me. But yeah, next up, surprisingly we got Hideo Itami and Bobby Roode, and honestly, not surprisingly because I think we're all going to agree on this. Also, Hideo Itami is just boring as paint, honestly, for me.
Yeah, I never really understood the hype. I'm with you on that one. I don't hate him. I'm just, I don't get it.
He's very bland for me as well.
Yeah.
I just think they the misfortune. Good.
I wanted to ask this question. Now, I mentioned this to you the other week, Travis, about NXT felt like it needed like a mid-card title belt in its promotion. Do you feel like the UK belt's going to do that?
I don't know, man, because they're going to do the TV series here. Oh, they've already taped like the first episode. They're going to do like a weekly show. I can totally see them keep like throwing it in though. They might.
I could see them putting it on the pay-per-views when they're like, okay, we know we need a good match here.
Yeah.
They could always just make it for that title. Have like the storyline on the UK TV show, but have like the blowout on the NXT, like the takeovers.
I feel like they could use a television title or something. I feel like that's where you could put people like Hideo Itami and people like that.
Fuck it, give us a Canadian title. Why not? You have every other country's title. We're your fucking hat. Give us a belt.
It's like when Lance Storm just like he won all the titles in WCW and he put like little pictures of the Canadian flag and drew with marker that they were all Canadian belts. I thought that was awesome.
Exactly.
Best charisma I ever saw out of that man.
One of the like legit only 3 good things out of late WCW was that. Let's be real. But yeah, the title match, a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I thought these guys were kind of not going to have a lot of chemistry together for one, like the language barrier. As long as Itami's been on the roster. It's been 3 years, guys, and he's been there so long and been hurt so many times. In his vignette, we're getting clips to when there was Hulk Hogan in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just had such a string of bad luck. And let's also not gloss over, he got fucked over so hard when they signed Shinsuke Nakamura, in my opinion, too. Because it's like, they didn't even debut Shinsuke yet. Just the mention of Shinsuke, if you remember when he first got signed on the dirt sheets, it was like nobody was talking about Hideo Itami. Like, everyone automatically forgot that Hideo Itami was even there, in my opinion.
Hideo, more like Hudeo.
Oh.
Oh.
Don't
Roode
sell
Garrick
that.
in full force.
Don't sell that. That was awful.
It was actually not that awful. Just like
See what happens when we
match,
mention
not that
it just
awful.
rubbed off on people.
Hashtag not that awful. Not a clunker, Michael. But yeah. Michael, what did you think of this match and the entrances and the build-up and just the overall outcome?
I didn't care for the build-up for this match. I didn't have a whole lot of expectations for it. But the match itself was surprisingly good. It was better, like you said, it was better than I thought it would be. I don't know. I feel like Bobby Roode, his style just kind of meshes with anybody because he's so deliberate in the ring, and he's going to have his style no matter who he's working with. He's just going to make whoever he's working with, he's just going to make them look good. I don't think it really would matter. He could probably work with Earthquake and put it on a great match.
Yeah.
Earthquake used to scare the shit out of me when I was a kid because he hurt Hulk Hogan.
Oh, me too. Yeah. Totally the same angle when like he splashed him on the Brother Love show.
Yeah,
scared the piss
exactly.
Out of me.
I was like, oh my god.
I literally just brought that up randomly on the top 3 feuds thing about feuds that don't get talked about enough.
Oh, that's nice.
Funny you should mention.
I just could never get past his debut.
Earthquake's
what
debut.
was his debut? I can't remember.
Yeah, wasn't he wearing like bib overalls or something?
He was.
They picked him out of the crowd.
Yeah, they picked him out of the crowd and he turned on I love how we're talking about Earthquake on an NXT show, by the way. That's awesome. That's worth the price of admission right there. But yeah, you know what?
The match.
Back to the Bobby Roode thing real quick. In my opinion, I think this is the best match Bobby Roode has been since he's been in the company. And that's saying like 2 matches with Shinsuke. I really did. And I really thought when he did the finisher, when he held on to that implant DDT, it was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I like the finish. I don't know. I thought it was a pretty good match actually. I wasn't expecting too much from it because I'm not too big on Hideo. I do like that they brought out the piano from Big for Bobby's entrance.
Yeah.
It was like that mixed with Guitar Hero.
Totally.
But yeah, I thought I thought it was a good match. I'm glad it didn't go on last. It would have died a slow death if it went on last, but it's a good hype up to the main event.
And it speaks, Broski, what you and I said at the top of the hour when we say this is one of the best TakeOver shows ever, if not the best. Even Hideo Itami was enthralling and captivating on the show. I thought he lived up to his end. This is also the best work I've ever seen from Itami since he's been with the company. And I want to bring up your favorite topic once again, Broski. The fans. The Chicago fans in this match. Every fucking time Itami suggested, even hinted at a GTS. Boo City. Hashtag boo. Interesting. What did you guys take on that? How the Chicago fans reacted? Was that what you expected them to do, or because it seemed like also, like every time like there was a CM Punk chant, there was another section of fans booing those fans. So it's like the fans in Chicago were so fucking snarky. They don't even know which way to turn. It seems like you know what I mean. It's like a kid in a fight is getting jumped. And he's got his guard up and it's coming from every direction. You know what I mean?
That'd be like a fucking Japanese guy going to Canada and putting on a sharpshooter. You don't think they're gonna get booed? I mean,
goddamn right they will.
Fuck.
How dare you?
Unless that Japanese guy is like in a tag with a Hart, knows somebody with the last name Hart, is friends with the friend of a Hart, then you can use a sharpshooter. Like
then you're allowed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like a Samoan drop. If you're even related, any part related to a Samoan person, you can use a Samoan drop.
Exactly. But Broski, what did you think of the wonderful Chicago area fans?
I didn't really pay too much attention, to be honest. I was expecting them to be loud, which they were. I didn't really notice if they were cheering or booing. I was kind of doing 2 things at once during this match. I wasn't really paying attention much to the crowd. Were they really booing when he went for like the GTS?
He was getting a handy.
Oh yeah.
Just say it.
Really? Maybe people are just sick of it. Good.
I didn't hear too many CM Punk chants though, to be honest.
No, that's true. We'll probably hear him tomorrow. It's
well,
probably because people were enjoying themselves. The CM Punk chant comes from fucking people being bored.
Hashtag poor backlash. You don't even have a chance. Guys, real quick, while I got you both on here, did you see this rumor about this $1 million, offer to CM Punk to wrestle again?
Yeah, in the UK. Punk vague tweeted about it. But yeah, that's crazy.
That's a waste of money.
Yeah, I saw it.
My opinion.
Seems like a waste to fill up like a high school gym.
I think looking at
how you get
good.
Where's the return on investment there? Like, they're not a huge promotion, so like, what are you doing?
Which promotion is it? Is it not What Culture? Is it? Because I could totally see it being.
No, it's not.
They don't even have $1 million, probably. Fucking.
They have 1 million subscribers. I like Adam from What Culture. Everybody else can get hit by a truck. I don't care.
the guy in the king crown. What's his face? Looks like Grado. Fucking
Ross, I think.
Yeah, King.
I just love his never-ending. I love his never-ending nicknames for the Undertaker.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, that was the NXT title match. Bobby Roode retains, obviously. Where it goes from here, I think it's going to Roddy Strong, like we said earlier. Great match. A lot better than I thought it was going to be. Another underlying thing about a TakeOver show. Better than it had any right to be. Better than expectations. Now, here's where it gets interesting. It seems like the ladies got a chance to do this. As much goodness. I shudder to think, guys, over the past couple years, if you take these tag team title matches out of these shows that we've seen, how bad or subpar these shows would have been without these. So finally, I'm so happy to see the tag teams getting a chance to main event a TakeOver show. It's totally a pat on the back. You deserve it because, quite frankly, and even the Authors of Pain, I am a huge fucking Authors of Pain fan. A lot of people were surprised by that. I don't know why you're fucking surprised. For big guys, these are some of the best I've seen in this company in quite a long time. I don't know about you guys.
Well, we were praising Earthquake earlier, so I don't really see how it could be a surprise.
Crowd that I guess we're gonna praise a fucking Zeus next.
Oh man, Zeus was the best. Zeus was the best. I agree, very underrated. You know how hard it is to keep your eyes crossed like that while you wrestle?
Exactly.
He's not trying.
That's a fucking pro right there.
I think it's shocking in a way that this hasn't happened before with one of these tag matches main eventing a show. You think it would have happened a lot sooner. But still, do you think it was awesome that they did this? Obviously you did, I'm guessing.
Hell yeah, well, smart booking. Smart booking. I think it was match of the night.
Michael?
I don't know if it's match of the night. The UK match was match of the night for me, but
it's tied.
I'll play old middle ground Travis, everybody's favorite. For drama and storyline wise, the main event was by far the match of the night. For just in ring.
Exactly.
So split some hairs on it, I guess. But
I thought it was okay.
I thought the storytelling was fantastic.
You guys really liked it. I mean, it was okay for me. It wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be.
What?
What did you think it was going to be?
Criminal. I can't believe that. This is one of the best ladder matches, Michael, I think that I've seen, and I can't even remember. It was so good. This was why? I got to know.
I don't know. It felt a little blah to me. I think just because it was DIY in there again, and I had no inkling that they were going to win this match at all. I felt like the stipulation was just added so that it made it seem like they would have a chance.
Yeah, I could see that philosophy.
I guess that's my biggest pet peeve here. I want a legitimate contender. Not that DIY is terrible; they're former champs, but I don't know. I felt like the Authors of Pain need another big fucking bulldozer tag team to work with, like somebody that can actually create doubt in the viewer's mind.
Don't worry, you're gonna get Heavy Machinery soon enough, I'm sure. But this is also the same guy who like 3 years ago sat on my couch while Daniel Bryan won the main event of WrestleMania and popped, while he beat a bigger Batista and Randy Orton. I'm just saying.
Flip-flopper.
Yes, but it was done well. I mean, he had so much momentum behind it. It's not like DIY had all this momentum going into the fucking pay-per-view.
I totally disagree. I think, quite honestly, they may be the most tag team in the entire company.
Not no mo.
Yeah, I was going to say not anymore.
They had to pull a fucking Hollywood Blondes, which I'll come out of the bad. Play middle ground Travis again. I liked how it was done, but was it too soon, guys, to do this?
No. Elliot and me were talking about this a year ago on the podcast of like how we wanted them to turn. So no, I don't think so. I think it's perfect timing because they're as hot as they're gonna get, and that's when you want to break them up. And it was so well done, and he beat the shit out of them.
Ian Stevens.
Oh my God, yes. Oh. Broski, did you happen to catch a lot of Tommaso Ciampa when he was a Sicilian psychopath in like ROH and anything when he was a heel?
I did see a lot of his stuff from Ring of Honor, yeah. So
He's
I'm
good.
very excited.
He's
very good.
I thought this was done correctly to the point where Gargano has to be the babyface here. He's too over as a babyface to, be the one that actually does the turning. Yeah. So Ciampa just made more sense here.
Plus, Ciampa has a much larger beard, and beard equals heel.
Gargano.
Yeah, he looks a little. He looks a little too much like Eric Young for my liking.
I disagree. I think Tommaso Ciampa has like this crazy look in his eye, like this glare that I don't know. It shoots off the screen for me.
Yeah,
like I could just take a shit and just predict that they're going to put him in insanity eventually.
Put him in some silly Hot Topic Raver pants and let him go wild.
No.
Yep.
That has Vince written all over. He looks like he should be in that group.
Johnny Gargano looks just like my friend Brandon, so it took me a while to get over that fact. Like the fucking doppelganger. I'll show you guys a picture of him. He's on my Facebook sometime. But yeah, I think it's all. I agree, Michael. I think it's really hard to make Gargano a heel. He just has a literal baby face. Like you look up that term in the dictionary, and there's fucking Johnny Gargano's face.
He looks like a nice man.
He was in DIY, so I mean, I was kind of surprised that he got put in a tag team because I felt like he was starting to get over.
I can't ever imagine that guy like yelling at his girlfriend or like cutting somebody off in traffic, Broski. He just looks like a nice man. I agree.
Oh, yeah.
Just like waving people. No, go ahead. I'm in no rush. Go ahead.
Michael, I'm glad you hopped on because many could say that Johnny Gargano resembles a doll baby. Oh, that's like fucking 9 weeks in a row I slipped it in on you.
What is it?
I wasn't even gonna say it because I was hanging out with Broski, having a good time. I wasn't even gonna say it. Then you wanted to get on. You reap what you sow, man.
I've never in my life been around a man who gets so much enjoyment out of calling another man a doll baby.
It's the small things in life you gotta appreciate.
It makes me a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, but that's what he likes.
Even via satellite, you're cringing a little bit. Like I'm right there with you.
That's talent. You can't teach that.
Yelling at your microphone, doll baby, is true fucking talent. Don't get it twisted. But I guess final takeaway, Michael, you weren't big keen on the ladder match. Broski, obviously, we loved it. Oh, that sick ass spot. The one wooden ladder, by the way. Nobody failed to mention that. Oh, there's just this one wooden ladder in there that's going to shatter in many pieces. But still, that looked fucking brutal.
Yeah, the fucking thing exploded, and then the spot where they jumped off where they were like had the ladders draped on the ring,
yeah,
and on the barrier.
The Superfly splashes.
They both took.
Yeah, I thought Gargano killed himself.
They both pulled a Taker from WrestleMania 25 when he fell on his head, like simultaneously.
Yeah, they both overshot it.
Just no Simsnuka there to not catch them. That's the other thing missing, and it would have been the same spot. From those two spots alone to, God, Jesus Christ, that ladder shot to the face of Johnny Gargano, like, whew.
That was brutal.
Right in the schnoz.
Yeah.
That also reminds me to go way back real quick, just 2 seconds. We forgot to mention that sick tornado DDT Pete Dunne took, where I literally thought he broke his neck because of his landing. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, it did look pretty stiff.
Well, while we're on the UK Championship match, how about JR calling the action?
I'm loving
I didn't think him and McGuinness did a very good job during that match, to be honest with you.
You know what, Michael? We've shit on Nigel McGuinness the past couple weeks, and this is legit the only time, even in Ring of Honor, when he's become a color commentator, I've been able to stomach him as when he's been with JR. I think he's doing a great job, and they have good chemistry. I watched the special last night. I don't know if you guys caught that, and I thought they played well with each other. Like, they had an hour and a half, 2 hours to work with, and I thought they came off well. Not great, but could have been worse. Also, JR's been out of the game for a while, and obviously, shout out to JR once again, the tragedy. And I say this all the time, I feel like, lately about him. I don't know if you guys agree. He seems like a workaholic, and this is how he deals with tragedy, to just work it off. Because to be the VP of Talent Relations, you have to be a pretty fucking big workaholic in the first place to keep pace for years like he did. So, shout out to him. I'm glad to see him having some sort of a good time and smile on his face at what's been going on. But, yeah, that was the show, guys. Overall, my final grade... fuck it. Fuck it. First time ever. Glad you're here, Michael. A+! New Jack style, man. This show, one of the best things on the network, in my opinion. I'm going to say it. Probably the best TakeOver show. Fuck Kenny Omega.
Mother.
Fuck Okada, Pete Dunne, and Tyler Bates where it's at. Guys, what did you think of TakeOver Chicago?
I thought overall it was a great show, top to bottom, not a boring match on the entire card. The match order was right, the booking was right, the heel turn felt nice. It's good to see. Gets you excited for what's next on NXT. I'm gonna have to give it like an A. I'm gonna give it an A. It's like the first grade I've ever given seriously.
Indeed, I agree. Just a straight A from me.
Straight A's. This show
Like I said, the women's match kind of was a clunker for me. That's what kept it from an A+.
Hashtag clunker vaginas. Michael, thanks for hopping on. Broski, my man. One half of the Can-Am Tonights. Thank you so much for doing the show once again. Real quick, one more time, dude. Where can everyone check you out?
You can check me out at First Thing in the Morning. That's youtube.com/First Thing in the Morning Show. If you want to support the stuff I do, it's prowrestlingtees.com/FTITM or patreon.com/FTITM. Hero of the Internet, Broski's Love Shack coming next week. I'm done.
Don't forget that second T, by the way.
Guys, I do want to say, get your asses over there. He definitely deserves a sub alike. This man does shows by himself, multiple. He works with Vacant for a living. So shout out to you, Eric. I feel your pain now.
Two Vacants
after last night. Hopefully I get to be on your show once again. Always a blast with you, Robbie and Drew, over there at Kayfabe Today. Michael, like I said, thanks for hopping on. Where can everyone check your little tootsies out?
You can check me out at Mike the Slam Pig on Twitter, or just check me out on Facebook at Mike Larkin. That's it. I don't have a big spiel like Eric, so.
Got to keep it business. It's my business.
Got to keep it 100.
On my grind.
Real quick, Eric, I know you talked about this a lot on your show. Just let's gloss over it. 2 minutes. What are you guys' predictions for Backlash tomorrow, real quick? Obviously, we all could say Nakamura's going over Ziggler, right?
If Nakamura's going over Ziggler, then Jinder better be Orton.
What do you guys think of the title match? Who's going over, in your opinion, Jinder or Randy Orton?
We already did our predictions, and we both predicted Jinder to go over. So
nice. So did I.
Yeah, so guys, just check out our old videos. I'm a dumbass.
I
even forgot my own fucking prediction show.
Just a heads up, if that happens, I'm going to be drunk by the time I get to your house.
Christ.
That sounds like a threat.
If I have to watch Jinder Mahal win the WWE Championship, it's not going to be good.
Oh, I hope it happens.
You know what?
Nobody deserves it more.
At this point, for the amount of steroids that man has injected in him, he deserves it. He truly deserves it.
Yo, put the strap on the juice. Been saying it for months. Put the strap on the juice.
Make who
Save the
manager.
SmackDown brand.
Save WWE. How does he not have a belt?
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't make sense. He has to have a belt. You see that body?
Gary Strider. Well, guys, that's all we got. Slam Pigs Extra, NXT TakeOver Post Show Chicago. Thank you guys so much. I'm not sure how many people stopped by the chat. I didn't have it up, but if you did, thanks for all the retweets on Twitter, the likes, feedback tomorrow night with Logan Michael. He's coming back, and I have talked to him personally. He's ready. He has written some comebacks for you. He has gone out of his way to be on par. He's had enough. He's bringing the fire tomorrow. I'm just warning you. But this has been Slam Pigs Podcast. NXT Extra Michael hung up. Until tomorrow night. See you guys then.